Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine Avataravarishthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. We were seeing various aspects of sadhana, how our awareness, our existence at this level of bodily level and in this world of duality exists, and how it is linked to the transcendental. What are the bridges through which we can transcend this relative existence and enter into the transcendental existence? That we were seeing through intellect, jnana marga, through the heart, love, the inward journey to see the God within, and with form, saguna sakara, with love, the path of bhakti, then through yoga, that is Raja Yoga, by which we have total self-control. We put all the dams, yama, niyama, divert the water towards the divine. The natural tendency to rush towards the world is put, blocked. Dams are put, and it is diverted to the divine. This is the Patanjali Yoga. Yama, niyama, pranayama, all these things. Then there is the karma yoga, by which we dedicate our bodily existence to the service of the world, service of beings. And this is one more path by which we are linking at the physical level with the world, trying to penetrate and see the divine through every person whom we serve. Bodily existence is overlooked. Spiritual existence is aimed, though we are not able to see through intellectual understanding. Repeatedly try to, while serving, try to see God, try to see God, try to see God in the person, in the nature, where you are taking care of the nature. Try to penetrate into the nature and try to see the divine there, the transcendental pervading and percolating in and through the whole universe at physical level. That the transcendental present in the relative is perceived in karma yoga. And there is the mantra yoga, by which Vak is connected to the transcendental, para pashyanti madhyama vaikhari. Vaikhari, madhyama, pashyanti, and then para. We go back by repeating the japa or any mantra. That is one more channel. And there is the kundalini, which you hear the song is expressing. Kundalini awakening of the Kundalini Shakti. Awake, mother, awake, how long art thou sleeping in the lotus of the Muladhara? Fulfill thy secret function, mother. Rise to the 1,000-petaled lotus within the head, where mighty Shiva has his dwelling. Swiftly pierce the 6 lotuses and take away my grief, O essence of consciousness. So this is another path. Now we'll just go through what is this 6 chakras or the 6 lotuses. Lotus is always representation of Chaitanya. Chaitanya, we don't have any sign to represent. The absolute represented by Om. The whole energy which has become the universe, and within the universe all the powers that are working together is represented by, the Shakti is represented by Hrim. Like that, how to represent consciousness to our understanding, and in which Om Hrim we don't concentrate because it's utterance. Om. Sound is brought into picture, and sound at different levels of existence, the whole universe pervaded by the, once the creation comes through the nada, whole universe appears, the waves of creation continues eternally, just like a magnet. The lines of force is continuously moving. As long as that magnet is there, so long is the moving. So the absolute is continuously flowing in and through the relative existence. The Chaitanya, this Chaitanya is constantly there, everywhere, everything pervading, including our existence. But how to represent it? How to, when it is localized? It's all pervading, just like space is all pervading, but we say pot space, room space. There is a limitation put. It is limited. Space is limited here. How to limit it is unlimited. Space cannot be cut into pieces. But we put the limitation by the enclosure. The space passes in and through the enclosure. Suppose there is a pot, the space is passing through the pot. I move the pot, the space doesn't move, pot alone moves. But the pot makes an enclosure of a space, appearing to be separate from the rest. This enclosure differentiates the akhanda, means which cannot be cut into pieces. Akhanda, continuous, seamless existence. Seamless. There is no joinings. So in seamless existence, the space is seamless, and this pot is appearing. This limited, how to show the limited consciousness? Consciousness is one, akhanda. It cannot be cut into pieces. Jivatma, Paramatma, and the absolute existence, Parabrahma, everything one notion of consciousness. But body appears limited to the individual consciousness, just like pot is trying to enclose a particular part of space and say pot space. And wherever pot moves, the space is there within it. But the same space is not moving. Pot is moving in space. Space is not moving. Like that Brahman is not moving. Jivas are moving. The Chaitanya is not moving. The Jiva is, wherever Jiva is there, and there is Chaitanya pervading it and manifesting there. Just like you are speaking on a mobile phone, cell phone, you are speaking to someone. Wherever you move, it is not localized, it's all pervading. So you can move and talk to a person. Wherever you move, it from there it is manifesting. Then and there it is manifesting. TV set. TV waves are all pervading. You can move the TV set anywhere. You can move its antenna anywhere. And so this same way, the Chaitanya, limited Chaitanya, to represent somewhere something is limited, try to see there and then dissolve the container, dissolve the enclosure, you see the infinite. So name and form is brought into picture, Nama Rupa. So to identify, to make there is a presence of consciousness, look at the consciousness, we use the lotus as representative of this Chaitanya. The individual Chaitanya is there, universal Chaitanya, Vishwa Chaitanya, Vyashti Chaitanya, Samashti Chaitanya, Vyashti Chaitanya. And in Vyashti Chaitanya, in my bodily existence, I want to see somewhere at the depth of my being where almost matches with the real, where I can enter into expand. You cannot expand anywhere, everywhere. Now balloon is there. I want to expand the balloon. Somewhere you cannot blow inside. There is a place where you can blow and make the balloon expand. Similarly, to expand at the universe level, the microcosm to expand to the cosmic existence, macrocosm. For the microcosm to become macrocosm, I have to enter somewhere from where I can expand. Being bodily, I cannot expand. Mind, I cannot expand. I can bring anything within the mind. Mind, I cannot expand to the cosmic level. It has limitations. Time and space is limiting. So I cannot, any part of my existence, I can't. I have to go to the core of my existence, beyond all the sheets that are covering my existence, one by one. So the core of my being, try to see the Ishtadevata. That is what we call the heart of man. The heart is not physical heart, not the feeling heart, but existential heart. That is the core of my being, on which the subtle body, causal body and gross body are pivoted upon. I pass through the Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti levels of consciousness, being mounted on a point. That point has infinite into it. Entering into that point, you expand to the infinite. Immediately you expand to that is the heart. So here in the heart we see a lotus. Try to imagine a lotus first. These lotuses are at various levels of consciousness. They are consciousness. One we represent by 16 petal lotus, 12 petal lotus in the heart, at the heart. Then at Manipura we see 10 petal, at Swadhisthana 6 petal, and at the Mooladhara 4 petal. The number of petal represents how much of consciousness is manifest there. The maximum is 16. 16 always shows the completion. 16 annas is equal to 1 rupee. The 16 parts, 16 directions. Whatever we do, suppose a bun is there, I cut, crisscross. Easiest recognition is 16 parts. The 16 make a complete whole. So maximum manifestation is represented 16 petal lotus at the throat. Then the 12 petal lotus according to the chakras. When we meditate on Ishtadevata in the heart, we see 8 petal lotus. When we take the chakras into consideration, the levels of consciousness, it is 12 petal lotus. 12 petal lotus is already from 16 to 12. It has, consciousness has reduced 12 petal lotus. In Manipura, it is still 10 petal lotus. Then it is there 6 petal lotus. Then 4 petal lotus. This is the small consciousness with which we move about in the world. I am able to grasp, I am able to cognize, I am able to perceive, I am able to understand. All this consciousness with which my body, mind complex works, this consciousness. I am conscious, so my body works. I am conscious, so my mind works. I am conscious, so my senses are working. So this consciousness, individual consciousness, which is making move, is only 1/4 of the actual consciousness permitted for my existence in this universe. So can I increase to the level of Vishuddha? How much of consciousness? I am now conscious 1/4, 16, maximum permitted 16 petal lotus, and I am at the 4 petal lotus. This is the maximum consciousness I can express in and through body. But people moving about in the world will be very little consciousness. They are not conscious of the world. They are not conscious of the cosmic existence. When we start thinking of the whole universe in our mind, in the background of the universe, I am attending to all duties of my life. With the awareness of God, with the awareness of nature, I am working fully aware of all that exists, the whole universe, in which the Earth is a small planet around the sun. All this awareness, if I am working with calmly, unaffected by the... when I think of the universe, where is the problems of life? So then we say it is 4%, 1/4 of the consciousness. People live with one petal lotus-like, not even 4. 1/4 of the actual consciousness we can manifest at the physical waking state level. That also they will not do. They are conscious only of their family and their work little consciousness. Within a small range, we work, sleep, wake up. This is all the consciousness. Even conscious of the whole world, of Earth, global level of consciousness. It starts becoming more and more neutral. When I get a news, what happened in India, what is happening in the political field, it is limiting myself. It is not Earth at all. An incident I am concentrating upon. From ancient time, how many kings came and how many kings went. I am not taking anything. Present one small issue of the newspaper, I am taking and considering. So the consciousness, where is the whole Earth also? Earth consciousness, if you take, it's entirely different. You are in a different state altogether of joy and peace. So this is the levels of consciousness. We move only 3 levels of consciousness: Jagrat, Swapna, Shushruti. They are unrelated to each other. Your waking state is unrelated to dream state. You are seeing entirely a different world. Now this world is no more there. Body is not there. Your identity changes. In deep sleep again it changes. These are the 3 levels of consciousness we are passing through. Can I expand my consciousness and go to the higher levels of consciousness? These are chakras. When I raise my consciousness to the Sahasrara, it enters into infinity, eternal existence of ocean of bliss and bliss alone. So there is no Prakriti. Nature is not there. In nature, all dualities are there. Nature, universe means there is duality. Positive and negative, dharma, adharma, right, wrong, pain and joy. The dualities are there. When these dualities end, there is only ocean of bliss, Ananda Sagara, Satchit Ananda Sagara. So we have to enter into that eternal existence in which bliss and bliss alone is there. No suffering, no shadow of suffering also is there. Nothing is known, unknown. Everything is dissolves. There is only the absolute existence. So this is the highest level of consciousness. Now we are at the lowest level of consciousness, Mooladhara. And in Mooladhara also we have very little consciousness. We are of the possible consciousness. So to become aware of the cosmic existence, the whole universe, the various planes of existence, Bhubo, Swahama, Janatapat, Adala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rusatala, all the entire universe, what the scriptures say, the sages who went and came to that level say it is there. To be aware of that, how it could be. How could be the Mahaloka? How could be the Vitalaloka? So all this, as if you are seeing through entirely a different world, universe. So when you raise this to the consciousness, we come to the whole possible expansion of the way Muladhara. So the energy which made me this bodily existence, brought me into the karmic cycle, remains with the jiva to take it back. This we call the Kundalini Shakti. It is part of the absolute Shakti, Chit Shakti, which whole universe appears and again becomes the Chit Shakti and merges in the absolute. The Srishti Sthiti Pralaya goes on and on. Just like I come to the bodily level, again go to my own existence in the deep second stage of deep sleep, become one with the universal consciousness, again wake up to the waking state, again go to the sleep. Like that whole universe constantly moves from the way in full expansion. The expansion goes on expanding to the optimum, again collapsing back, becoming negative matter, again to the positive matter. It goes on oscillating. This we call Srishti Sthiti Pralaya. Now, our consciousness, when this infinite Satchidananda Sagara, the ocean of Chaitanya, in that one droplet becomes ice. Ice is nothing but water. Only water is there. Still, it seems itself distinct from the rest of the ocean. This, which is water itself, as ice in the ocean, thinks itself to be separate. Here comes the Jivatva. It is I. If it knows that I am water, it immediately dissolves and becomes the ocean again. But if it sees the distinction and there is no difference, if I concentrate on distinction, I am separate. I am concentrated on difference, I am not different from ocean. The ice is not different from water, but is distinct from water. When the ice that has formed, it just accepts the distinction. The moment it accepts the distinction and says, I am different, as if it understands, oh, I am not this anymore. I am this ice, small, little. Immediately it comes into the realm of time and space. It has accepted time and space. I have become small. It's infinite space as if, and I am a small piece. This immediately comes into the relative existence, the universe. It becomes individual consciousness in the world. It becomes Jivatma with the three powers, because it is, though it is a small individualized consciousness, in consciousness there will be three powers: power of cognition, power of volition, power of conation. The Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti and Jnana Shakti, these three will be there. When it comes into the, it wants to become again. It searches for that Ananda in which it was there. But everything is limited. It tries to catch hold of something in this universe. Each time he catches something in this universe, it finds itself, it has entered into action. The Kriya, the moment it touches anything, holds on to anything, it again enters into the cycle of karma. There's action and there's a reaction. It goes on cycle. So this is Jiva's movements. Now to exhaust the karmic load, whatever I have done, I have to experience its consequences, and it passes through lives after lives, experiencing what it has done, and then finally it has to reach back its source. Nature, Mother Nature, gives all experience necessary for the jiva to go back to the source. Now, this is the formation of the jiva. How that infinite Satchidananda is made into a small jiva by just changing its state. A drop is changed its state to ice, and it has accepted the I am ice, not this ocean. Like that, the infinite space, consciousness, Chaitanya Sagara, a small avarana is put. The moment avarana is put, it accepts itself to be jiva, and immediately it descends into the realm of time and space, into the Prakriti, nature. And there it is. Now, this is absolutely the same. It is the ocean of Satchidananda. It has to go back now to it has to realize it's what I am, what am I. The moment it realizes what am I, what is that infinite existence where I was there. Now the power which made it into jiva, the infinite, the ocean is made into a small, tiny globule of ice. Which power made it remains with that power and is called Kundalini Shakti. Kundalini Shakti is the absolute Satchidananda Sagaras, Chit Shakti of the Chaitanya, infinite Chaitanya. That Chit Shakti is that a small power phase brings it to the Jiva level. To take it back, it is just like we pump the water in the tank above, and the power that you supply to make it enter into the tank, the energy you supplied remains with the water in the tank to bring it down through the tap. So this head, the power which you supplied to the water to be pumped up to the tank, remains with that water. Like that jiva which has come into the Prakriti, the power remains with it to take it back to the source. This power is called Kundalini Shakti. Awakening this, it reaches back the ocean absolute existence. We will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.